Today is your first lesson of reading a new story called Sydney the Kangaroo. This is a fiction story written by two authors, and they are called Malachi Doyle and Delphine Thomas. Over the next few days you're going to get very familiar with this text, and hopefully you're going to enjoy it as much as I have. I'm going to share my screen with you now to have a look at our new vocabulary. So it's day one. What is the title? Well, I've already told you the title. What is it? That's right, it's Sydney the Kangaroo. And who are our authors? That's correct, Malachi Doyle and Delphine Thomas. So we've got 5 new words. 5 words. Pointed, pouch, bounded, twitched, and fierce. 5 new words. So, pointed. Pointed is when something has edges, sharp edges that normally come together. And you can see at the end of this stake, there is a pointed area, and animals' ears are often pointed. So you may notice on a dog or a cat that they have relatively pointed ears. Pointed. Pointed. Great. Pouch, my turn. A pouch is an area of a marsupial's body, such as a kangaroo. Okay, and as you can see in the picture, the pouch is the area where the marsupial grows up. So from when it's born, it lives in the pouch for many, many months. And you can see here that he has got pointed ears. We've got pointed ears and our new word, pouch. Great. Twitched. Twitched is our 3rd word, and twitched means when you kind of jump a little bit, and maybe often when you're startled or someone has made you jump, you might twitch part of your body. Twitched. Twitched. Great. Fierce. Word number 4. Fierce. Fierce means that it is terrifying. Okay, look at that lion's roar. Fierce is when you're aggressive. Fierce. Fierce. And somebody may look fierce if they're not very happy. Our last word, word number 5, is bounded. And bounded is a verb that shows how somebody has or something has moved. And it's very similar to the word leapt or leaping. And it means to basically jump or leap over. And you can see that the man in this picture, or the woman in this picture, has bounded over this section of the river. So our 5 words, and we're ready to go. Hi, you two. So let's play jump in with our book, Kangaroo, or should I say, Sydney the Kangaroo. Sydney the Kangaroo. Sydney was born in the red dust of the Australian bush. As soon as he was born, he climbed up his mother's fur towards her pouch and climbed inside. He felt safe and warm in there. Sydney stayed in his mother's pouch for many months. He grew bigger and his back, legs and tail grew longer. Soft grey fur grew all over him. His ears became pointed, just like his mother's. Then, one day, Sydney was big enough to peep out of the pouch. The bright light made him blink as he felt the warm sun for the first time. A gentle breeze tickled his face. Sydney watched his mother bend down to eat grass. Sydney tried to eat some too. The next thing he knew, he was rolling on the ground and his mother was looking down at him. He had tumbled out of her pouch. As Sydney got older, he spent more and more time out of the pouch. He learned to hop and jump, springing into the air with his strong back legs. Well done, Sydney, said his mother proudly. You will grow up to be a big, strong kangaroo. One warm afternoon, Sydney and his mother went looking for some fresh, tasty grass to eat. Suddenly, his mother's nose twitched. "Dingoes!" she hissed, sniffing the air. Sydney looked up, frightened. In the distance, he could see a band of wild dogs. Dingoes. They looked fierce and hungry. Sydney dived into his mother's pouch. He trembled when he heard the dogs begin to howl. Sydney's mother stood still. She hoped the hungry dingoes would not see or smell her, but they came closer and until she knew she had to get away. "Hold tight," she whispered to Sydney. Then, with great flying leaps, she bounded away through the... Sydney was afraid he might fall out, but his mother had tightened her pouch, so he was safe. Sydney peeped out and saw the dingoes close behind, howling and snarling. "Run, mother, run!" he cried. Sydney's mother ran as fast as she could, but she soon grew tired. She knew she would have to stand and fight. The dingoes closed in on her, trying to bite. She kicked them and scratched them and kept them away from little Sydney. Just then, a great buck kangaroo appeared. He was a giant of a kangaroo with a creamy chest and a broad red back. He thumped his tail on the ground when he saw the dingoes, and then he leapt at them. The dingoes were so frightened of the great buck that they ran away. Then the great buck smiled at Sydney and bounded off into the haze of the late afternoon. In the cool of the evening, Sydney curled up in his mother's pouch, safe again. "Soon I'll be too big for your pouch, Mother," said Sydney. "Yes, soon you'll be a big, strong kangaroo, just like the great buck," replied his mother. Sydney closed his eyes, went to sleep, and dreamed about fighting dingoes.